Happy Saturday. Oh my gosh, I feel like I haven't actually spoken yet this morning. So my voice a little haggard. Sorry about that. Happy Saturday. How is everybody doing? Um, Today is crazy. I did not really plan this out. Like, I planned everything out and I was like, "Awesome, it's gonna be my first Saturday where we don't have guests staying with us in a while." I haven't, done sprints in a while. I was like, "I'll do sprints, I'll hang out with my Patreons, because we're gonna Zoom later," and I completely forgot that Matt and I have a hockey game we're going to tonight. His company provided for us tickets if we wanted to go, and I haven't been to a hockey game since I was young. I think before my youngest brother was even born. So I have not been to a hockey game in probably a couple decades. So I'm excited to go to that, but that means today is jam-packed. I also yeah, so to kind of go over everything, I will be sprinting till about 2 p.m. Eastern today, and then I'll be hopping on a Zoom crafty hangout with my Patreon members. If you want to join my Patreon and come hang out with us after sprints, you are more than welcome to join my membership. It's $5 a month. Um, but however, if a $5 subscription isn't in your budget right now, I completely understand. I am having an open Zoom on this coming Wednesday at 8 p.m. So if you want to kind of see what the craft Zooms are like, it is $2 to join that one. And it's just like a one-time fee. So that is there for you guys as well. I'm also on my Instagram, Willow Star Market. I am having a Tumblr story sale. So, pretty much all my tumblers that I have ready to ship right now are like free shipping, which I do free priority so I do priority shipping so that you are making sure that you're gonna not only get your tumbler like in a couple days, but it's insurance and should come super fast. But essentially, it's the price that I sell my tumblers in person for. Um, so you're getting free shipping. I do free shipping on my Etsy. However, I do normally put like the shipping in that price, because that's about anywhere from $10 to $15 for priority shipping, at least. So you're saving a ton of money that way. Um, that and I'm trying to make room for stuff to come, and I'm really excited about that. Is that it? Oh, and then no, that's not it because this is how crazy I am. Also at 7 p.m. today on my Etsy, I will be having a small product drop, like just a couple things. Um, because, I was like, why not? I might even release stuff like a little bit earlier because the hockey game is at 7. But one of the things that are going to be like super new, well, one, I designed this feminine rage. I designed that little logo. And I put it on holographic vinyl. I'll have a couple of these available, and I also have a couple of dust plugs. So, like, if you have a Kindle, or you can use them on iPads, phones, whatever types dust plugs, I've made a couple charms for that. And so they will be released maybe like anywhere from 6 to 7 Eastern today. Because yeah, I decided to do that to myself. I was like, it's my first weekend. My sister-in-law went back home. And so she was here for over 2.5, well, not, yeah, 2.5-ish weeks, which was really awesome. But I didn't want to like be live and doing sprints all the time while she was here because I wanted to hang out with her because I don't get to see her a ton. She hasn't come to stay with us in 4 years. So it was just nice having like sister time. But then I was like, "My first weekend, I'm gonna just, like, do all this stuff." And then now I'm like, "Oh my gosh." And I've been an emotional wreck all week. Yeah, I've just been, like, lots of anxiety, actually, like, a lot more depression, which is crazy because I haven't felt like I've had, like, that much depression so much in the past year, as just mostly anxiety, but I've definitely felt very depressed this week, but I'm like, I know that sprinting with you guys will make me feel a lot better. I am going to be starting highly anticipated Binding 13 by Chloe Walsh. I need to take the sticker off, but I'm gonna wait till I can use my heat gun and do it well. I got this special edition from Barnes& and Noble, which is really, really cute. So I'm gonna be starting this today. I did start listening to the audio, like the first chapter last night, and it kind of threw me off because the woman's voice, I don't know if there's other characters yet, her voice just sounds really, really old, and I found out today that they're actually high schoolers. So, I was going to tandem read this, and I'm not sure now if I'm going to. I did start reading Queen of Shadows, a part of the Throne of Glass series, but I feel like so much happens at the end of Sarah J. Maas books that I just mentally didn't retain as much as I thought I did to Heir of Fire, and I got Heir of Fire from Libby, so now I'm, like, thinking about buying Heir of Fire on Audible and re-listening to it before I get back into Queen of Shadows. I was really, really enjoying it, but, I just, like, I feel like I'm missing something. Um, so, yeah. I figured I'd start this. I've been really good at starting books and not finishing them. October was one of the worst reading months I've had in a very long time. And then November is continuing down that path. So it's been a little rough for me. But I'm also started listening to By Any Other Name by Jodi Picoult. Picoult. I'm always gonna mess up her name. Uh, and if you know anything about Jodi Picoult, her books are very impactful, and this one is called By Any Other Name. I think it's her newest one. And man, she talks about some, like, hard things, but she has really great messages, so I've been listening to that. It's a little bit different. I'm only 14% into it, but I'm liking it more than initially, and that's normally how her books are for me. They're a little slow for me to get into, but then they, like, really hit me with that 1-2 punch in the feels. So, how are you guys doing? Sorry, there's just so much going on. But that's a good thing, right? I also feel like I'm so behind on Christmas stuff. I'll talk this whole 3 hours if I let myself. But yes. Anyways, how are you guys doing? What are you reading? What are you up to? Is it chaotic for you? I know my friend Jordan at Jordan Elaine, her Patreon is doing like a 24-hour reading sprints, or she's doing sprints and then she's doing like sprints on her Discord. And so, like, there's just like so much going on today. Good morning, April. Thank you for being here. Hi, Katie. Sounds like so much fun. I love watching hockey in person. Yes. Oh my gosh. Now that I say that, okay, so never mind. I have been to a hockey game since I was a young child, but I haven't been to like a semi-pro hockey game since I was a young child. I have been to college hockey games. I don't know why I completely forgot about that. I've been to 2 college hockey games when I was in college. Loved it. Chaotic atmosphere. I'm obsessed. I love going to hockey games in person too. I used to be really into hockey when I was younger, when the Red Wings were really good. I really don't watch a lot of sports minus football. But I know. I all I can think about is, like, um, all of my hockey loving like, hockey romance loving people are I'm gonna be, like, asking all of them what their favorite hockey romances are after I go to the game because 'cause I'm sure I'll just say goodbye to my whole TBR and read hockey romance instead. Good morning, Laura. You love hockey. I know you do. And I forgot that Matt and I were going to this game. I forgot that we said that we would go. And I'm really excited. Hi, Missy. Thanks for being here. Hi, Penny. I am working on cutting and painting door hangers. I went down a rabbit hole trying to redesign, combine a couple files. Ooh, well, that's fun though. At least you're being productive. I started cleaning this morning and I still have a lot left to do. Um, but I was actually really impressed at how much I got done this morning before, because normally I do like nothing Saturday mornings, but I was feeling very productive. Hey Beth, happy Saturday. Thanks for joining. So what is everyone reading and doing and all this stuff? That is so cool. Is the design etched? No, it's vinyl. I do not have the things to etch it. And I don't know if you like cuz this is clear acrylic. I don't know if there is a way cuz I know now with tumblers you can get it where it engraves like this underneath, but no, this is just vinyl. And these are super thin, so I know I have a lot of people who don't like, um, my thicker resin bookmarks, and these are really thin, acrylic. So, I wanted to try something new, and I designed this. I just had, like, the idea, like, come to me, and I don't know, I've never seen anyone, like, make that type of design. I kinda wanna put it on a workout t-shirt. And actually, I didn't even realize it matches, like, the holographicness. It doesn't match the vibes because, like, obviously it's a sword, but it matches the color of this book. I don't know, maybe it does match the vibes. I haven't read it yet. Sorry this week has been emotionally straining on you. It's been a hard week. Yes. And my thoughts go out to everybody who has been impacted. Um, yeah, I've just been really, really heavy, really heavy. There's been lots of tears, but it'll be okay. I'm hoping. And it's just it's hard. It's hard seeing some things on the news and it's just I am an empath and I am only thinking about so many people and how many people are affected. But I'm hoping and praying for the best. But I don't if I talk about it too much, I will cry. Um, but yeah, we need to work on getting our uh guest room today. We hit a mental wall with it this summer and need to pick it back up. Yes. I feel bad. I feel like I've hit a mental wall with everything. Like I have started so much stuff and then just stopped. And I just need to do it, and sometimes I think I just need to, like, not film stuff and not worry about certain things and not make like, I don't need to make content about everything, and if I just need to start making, and then once I start making again, like, obviously, like, I made this, but I was like, "Oh, I should film this, I should do a reel," and then I'm like, "No, just make it. Just get it done. You can make a reel afterwards if you want." Um So, yeah, I understand the mental walls. Also, I apologize. I have been literally every time I go to start a crafting tutorial, and even now, like book themed, like YouTube videos, it's a like mental wall. I just physically cannot get myself to do it. Um, and it's just like a paralysis, and it's been so frustrating, because I have so much content I want to film, and yeah, and I'm in therapy, I'm working on it, but, oh man, this week did not help. I have about 120 pages left of Iron Flame. Oh my gosh, that makes me so excited. Uh, if you need to talk afterwards, I will try to chat. It's I hope you're ready. Speaking of Iron Flame, I'm wearing my Dragon Gauntlet sweatshirt today, and the company that put on the Dragon Gauntlet, they are a court of Rain and Revelry, and they just normally go by Rain and Revelry, which I love. I love that name so much. They are actually doing a giveaway for tickets to the Dragon Gauntlet Chapter 2, which is next September. Which I am hoping to get tickets. Tickets go on sale in January. I'm hoping to buy tickets for that. And vendor application is also open for that. If I can be a vendor at that, I would love to. If not, I think Matt and I are going to go regardless because that is our 5th wedding anniversary, like that weekend. So we figured we'll just go anyways. Um, Also, I don't know if I told you guys. I think I told Instagram. Well, I did tell Instagram, but I don't think I said on here. Um, so originally I thought I was not selected for the Starfall Ball in July next year, put on by Court of Rain and Revelry. But I was. So I get to sell my items at the Rainbow Market, and apparently, like, we were able it said on the vendor application that you could buy tickets for the Starfall Ball portion of it. I'm still trying to get confirmation on that, because I really wanna go to it. I'm guessing that as long as I pay, they're not gonna tell me no. Um, so regardless, I'm really, really excited to be there, and that's in Charlevoix at Castle Farms. And yeah, cried lots of happy tears about that. This is Penny. Our library book club is reading True Biz. I don't know that one. Are you liking it? Did you start it yet? I figured it was you, Penny. Kira! Oh, I came into a hockey combo. Me. We love hockey. In person is even better. Yes. And I can't believe I forgot because I literally was at a Michigan versus Michigan State hockey game and it was insane. I thought they were gonna like the students were gonna break the glass because they were screaming and cheering so loud. And I can't believe I just forgot about that. But I'm going to be seeing the Saginaw Spirit hockey team. So like is that considered like minor leagues? I don't know what the league is called, but I haven't been to a Saginaw Spirit hockey game since I was a child. So I'm excited because I do love going to hockey. Hopefully that helped. Yeah, the Saginaw Spirits. I wish I was going to a Red Wings game, but I am not. Saginaw Spirit though, and this I still love the minor league stuff. Our minor league teams here in Michigan are, like, pretty fun to go to, like, we'll go to the Loons, and I've been to Lugnuts, and that's baseball, and that's really fun too. I love going to games in person for sports that I normally don't watch, and then I don't know why I just don't get back into it. I feel like hockey and basketball and baseball, there are so many games, and that's hard for me to keep up with. I have 30 pages left of yours truly. So I'm gonna finish the first sprint, then we'll be working on making book sleeves. Okay. Also, um, April, did you have you not read yours truly yet? Obviously, because you're reading it right now, but this is your first time, isn't it? Oh, I love yours truly. and just for the summer, and I cannot wait for Say You'll Remember Me. I have not gotten an ARC, but I'll survive. Abby Jimenez is my favorite. Also for book sleeves, if you guys didn't see, also on Willow Star Market and April at Tis So Sweet, we did a collab on a gingerbread house book sleeve. So April makes the book sleeves, and then I designed like the HTV, the SVG and everything. And then I cut it out. So it's like April bakes the cookie and then I decorate it. And then they're book sleeves. And I shipped both of the ones I had to Kira. Thank you so much for your order. So I don't have one to show you, but if you go on Willow Star Market on Instagram or on Tis So Sweet on Instagram, you will see it. And so April is making more, and as soon as they are on their way to me, I will be adding them also to my Etsy. I'm getting out of bed, got to sleep in a bit. It's 8 here. Yeah. That's good that you got to sleep in a little bit. Need to work on my daughter Kinsley's 4th B-Day stuff together today for her party tomorrow. Aw, happy birthday to her. Making a cake topper and shirts for us. I love that. Speaking of birthdays, today is my dog Branson, my golden, his 9th birthday. So he's a golden. It's his 9th birthday. It is November 9th. It is his golden birthday. And originally I was going to do like a whole bunch of fun decor and stuff. And then I got anxiety and depressed. So that didn't happen. However, it is his golden birthday. I've never had a pet who lived for a golden birthday. So if you're not familiar, a golden birthday is when the age you are turning is like the date of your birthday. So because it's November 9 and he's turning 9, that's his golden birthday. And I think it's funny because he's my golden retriever that it's his my golden's golden birthday. Anyways, it just makes me happy. I'm almost halfway through A Promise of Peridot. I hope I can make a good dent in it today because reading this week has been difficult. Oh, I'm so sorry. I have not read anything this week until like yesterday and today, so I feel that. I don't know why listening to Crime Junkie really helped me this week. I don't know if it was like shorter episodes. I don't know if it's just because um I don't know if I just love the girls on there. I don't know, but I've been listening mostly to podcasts this week instead. I'm curious on what you think of Promise of Peridot. I actually have not seen a lot of people read it, and I read it, and it wasn't my favorite. I do have A Reign of Rose, but I have not read it yet. I was hoping to read it this month. I don't know if that'll happen, but I'm curious what your thoughts are on it, Laura. You can message me about it, or you can let me know on here, whatever, or we can talk about it if you make it to the Zoom today or not. Lots of stuff going on today. I'm reading the second book of Sweater Weather series, The Fall Back Plan. Oh, that sounds cute. Sweater weather. That's all I can think of is like sweater weather from SNL. It has been a very emotional week here as well, but you are right. We will be okay. I hope. And if not, I'm willing to fight and rage and all this stuff about it. It's just lots of big, deep breaths and trugging along, one foot in front of the other. Um, so exciting. Thank you. I cried. And I literally just screamed, and my sister-in-law was like, "What? What?" And I just, like, held out my phone because I was speechless, which you guys know that that is crazy for me to be actually speechless. So, I am hoping to, like, make my outfit for the Dragon Gauntlet, when we vend, they had us dress up too, and even though the Rainbow Market happens before the Starfall Ball, where at the Dragon Gauntlet, the vendors were at the ball. Um, I have an idea for the Rainbow Market that I want to do, because I don't know how if they're gonna have us, like, dress up kinda like cosplay-ish, so for the Dragon Gauntlet, when we did, like, meet and greets and the podcast for Fantasy Fangirls, they had people dress up in riding leathers from Fourth Wing and all that, like, so if you wanted to. And then they had different, uh, local stores, like bars and bookstores and, like, all that kinda stuff open, and a cosplay contest and all that kinda stuff. So I don't know exactly if for the Rainbow Market, they're gonna do something like that too, or if they're gonna save that for the ball part. So I don't know what, like, people are dressing up for the Rainbow Market, but part of me part of me regardless, I think I'm gonna dress up, as in, like, not a ball gown, but, uh, I kinda have, like, an idea without trying to do spoilers, like, do, like, Feyre and, like, painting-esque, and maybe have, like, a cute skirt and well, I was thinking okay, what I don't think this will spoil anything, but I was kinda thinking of, like, doing, like, paint splatters, like, all over me so I look like an artist, which I think it'll be cool. And then I don't know if, like, I wanna bling it. I don't know if that'll really vibe for the daytime market or if that would be, like, really, really cool. But I'm kinda going with, like, a painter, like, working artist. Like, obviously, I'm vending and selling as an artist, but kinda looking like, "Oh, I'm wearing, like, a cute skirt," kinda like a Ren Fair-esque outfit, but then, like, paint splattered, but it looked cute, if that makes sense? I don't know. Yeah, I started it, but only got 40% in and then distracted by other books, so I picked it back up last night and consumed it. Oh, I love, 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 uh, Yours Truly. That one was so good, but I love Just for the Summer even more. I ca and I've already saying I have such high hopes for Say You'll Remember Me. The main character's name is Samantha, and the main male character is a veterinarian, and I wanted to be a veterinarian. I understand it's the male part, but I don't care. I I'm already expecting this to be, like, my all-time favorite Abby Jimenez book. If it's not, it'll be okay. I'm sure it'll still be 5 stars because 'cause I've never rated one of her books less than 5 stars, but high hopes. Stephanie, I'm going to start my German arc of When Women Were Dragons today. Oh my gosh, I saw that you got that. I actually have that book and I started it a long time ago. Uh, but I wasn't expecting the beginning and then I was getting kind of like confused. So I stopped reading it, but it's been on my mind so much lately. So you'll definitely have to give me your thoughts on it because I really wanna get back into that book. I have heard good things, but it's not, like, by people I know, if that makes sense. So, I literally got it 2 years ago, for Christmas. We did a Christmas book exchange, and that was the book I asked for, and the cover is gorgeous. I absolutely love it, and I have a feeling I'll really, really like it, you know, feminine rage of everything. So yeah, I'm really curious. I'm so excited for my book sleeves, one for my sis for Christmas. Oh, I hope you guys love it. I April and I have been thinking about this gingerbread book sleeve idea since last year. And we're like, we just gotta do it. We just gotta do it. And I thought they turned out really cute. So I'm excited that April is working on more, and then I'll be having them. I'll get them hopefully sometime this next week, and they'll be restocked. And I can't wait. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm really happy with them, and they're, like, glitter, HTV, so I don't know, I just like sparkle and glitter and gingerbread Christmas stuff I'm obsessed with. Oh, yeah, if you guys can't tell, I know my lighting is kind of off, but I have my Christmas tree already up. I did a Honeydukes theme and like a Harry Potter. So um like this is chocolate frogs. And then these are just like general ones. I have some with jelly beans on it and that, but I want to make more this year. Fill in the gaps even more. Then I have like just gingerbread felt ones that I made, like different shapes, and then did bling for sprinkles. Like a hand stitched all that. I just like I want to decorate everything Honeydukes. I have so many ideas for it. Um, but yeah, I need to get over this paralysis of creating and just go to town with it. So we'll see how it goes. I might start some stuff during the craft hangout, but we will see. True Biz is about kids and the principal at a residential school for the deaf. It is well written, but a lot to follow. So many family dynamics. Oh, that's cool. Um, I have never heard of it, which honestly isn't surprising, but that is really cool. I have been thinking a lot about doing stuff again with like Leader Dog for the Blind, um, and like disabilities and different stuff like that. So that I find that really interesting. I got an email from Leader Dog for the Blind asking if I wanted to be a puppy raiser again, which I don't think I can handle 3 dogs again, but I have raised 3 Leader Dogs for the Blind. Um, and if you don't know, both my dogs that I have now are they call it career changed when they don't make it through the program. You know, this is a nice way of saying they failed. So, uh, Graham and Branson are both from, like, Leader Dogs for the Blind, and there are also, like, hearing impaired clients that they have come through their program, and I don't know, I think it's incredible what they can do. I think it's incredible the technology they came up with, and I also think it's incredible, like, what dogs can do. But not my 2. They cannot lead the blind. Yeah, happy golden birthday. Isn't it so I l Branson's the sweetest. I'll have to post pictures. He's such a baby. I will let you know what I think. I'm excited. I finally got the German translation because I have heard good things about it. Yeah, I have only read like the very slim beginning of it, and it was not what I was expecting. And it was a bit gaslighted, like lighting, which is pretty I feel like there's a lot of gaslighting that happens in really good books, especially about like feminine power or anything, but it was making me mad in the beginning. Of course you made those ornaments so cute, thank you. I actually have YouTube video started from last year. Oh my gosh. Okay, so it keeps saying my internet's going out. Hopefully it's still okay. I forgot to switch to my downstairs internet. Like we have a booster down here. So hopefully I can figure that out. Honeyduke's tree is so cute. Thank you. It needs more. It's just definitely too plain, and I want to decorate my bookshelves. I want to decorate my TBR cart. Any Harry Potter fan probably already knows they hear cart, and they know trolley, and then they think of something else. And so I have all these ideas that I really want to do. I love the ornaments. The drip effect is stunning and a great idea. Thank you. And it was just puff paint. And I bought puff paint off of Amazon. I also got some from Michaels. Michaels had, like, their own brand of puff paint. I don't recommend. I did not like that one. I liked the Amazon stuff way better. Now there are, like, the tulip puff paints, way better. Um, but I didn't wanna spend the money for that last year. Anyways, I haven't noticed any issues with the stream. Okay, it keeps saying, like, my bars are low, and I never know if how bad, like, that's affecting anything, but hopefully it doesn't kick me off, but if it does kick me off, we will I don't think it keeps going. I think I found out the hard way that it keeps going, so I just have to hop back on, but I just don't want it to be super grainy or glitchy. But with that being said, we will get started. I talked so long. There's been so much going on. Let's go into oh geez, I hate why do I do this to myself? Okay, so 24 minutes is the top of the hour. I would like to go a little bit longer than that so I can get a little bit farther into my book. So let's do 20 after, which would be 43 minutes because it just changed. If I did my math wrong, I'll change it. Just keep an eye on uh this part. Okay, see you guys in a bit. Welcome back. And shout out to Vanessa at Reads with Dr. B for the timer. Literally today, this week, I was like, I'm going to make my own timer, and then I didn't. But that is like high on my list, and I just honestly it would have been a great thing to do this week of just like zoning out and doing it because it's kind of a monotonous thing to do. But anyways, um how did that sprint go for everybody? Okay, so I have the audio and I am tandem reading Binding 13. Uh and I will say that there are some parts that are different. So this has been since edited from the audio I have. I don't know if there's an updated audio, but the audio I have on Hoopla, I don't know if it was on Everend. I actually canceled my subscription for Everend because I'm trying to cut back uh, on some subscriptions and prices of everything, but it was on my Hoopla. And I will say, I do not like the cover of that at all compared to just this. And this is like a special edition, but even like the original cover, I'm not a fan of like people on covers, especially kissing. But so far I'm liking it. I can understand why there's like triggers and everything. I'm only to chapter 2, which okay, so this is a big book, right? Like I don't know how many pages it is. There is like a glossary and everything because it's based in Ireland, so some of their slang and stuff is a little bit different. So there's over 600 pages, right? The text is also very tiny, which I guess I was just expecting slightly bigger text, but so it's a big book. But I'm enjoying it so far. And I don't know. I wanted I've been loving fantasy, but right now my brain almost needs like something simpler, and so this seems to be hitting the spot right now, and I'm excited to really get into it. I know people love it. So, I'm very excited to continue, but I got distracted. I've been on social media. I need to stay off. It's literally destroying my mental health right now, but it'll be okay. I'm the type of person that like I want to be informed. I want to stay up to date, but it is very hard. It's a lot. It's a lot this week. With that being said, how did you guys all do? Yeah. I my like time, like I can't believe it's afternoon already. But I've gotten a lot done, so it's okay. Corinna. He said, "Hi, I'm here eating lunch." And so June Farrow is different. I hope you like it. I love that it's so many genres in one. So I'm guessing this was supposed to be on Jordan's Patreon sprints, which I totally understand because Jordan at Jordan Elaine's and the Girlies Who Read book club Patreon I'm also a part of, and her book club pick is The Unmaking of June Farrow, which I'm hoping to read this month. We will see. I haven't this is the first time I'm really, like, sitting down in a good while and actually, like, reading a ton. Um, I didn't read, just finished lunch, gonna read some more after sprints. It's all good, it's all good. I just started to read with 6 minutes left. I'm reading The Cinnabon Bookstore and liking it much more than I expected. That's good. I'm glad. But I so I had, like, a snack right before I got on here because my stomach was growling like crazy, and it wasn't enough. I really need to eat because I don't know what has been with my stomach lately, But typically, like, if I'm hungry, like, I'm just hungry, but my stomach has been, like, so obnoxiously loud. Uh, when my sister-in-law was here, she was like, "You know, you can go eat." And I was like, "I know, my stomach is just so, I don't know, unnerved right now that, as soon as I'm hungry, it's like a feral beast growling." And so I ate a snack and I'm like, "Oh, hopefully that'll, like, take care of it," and my stomach is growling like crazy again. I'm like, "Okay, I'll go eat." So I'll have to eat this next sprint. Otherwise, you guys will hear about it. I got some things cut out in dishes, so I've got 15 pages left and I'm crying. Gosh, I love Abby's writing. Yeah, she makes me sob. I love her. I I haven't finished back her backlog list. So I read The Friend Zone and then I still have to read the Happily Ever After playlist and sorry, I'm reading it right now. Life's Too Short. uh I didn't have those books, and then they were on super sale for Prime Deal days, so then I snagged them, so I do have them now, which I'm very excited about. I literally, the amount of books I want to read is insane and ever growing, and then you guys were so freaking sweet and nice, and I still can't believe it, but I got so many books for my birthday, and then I bought books for myself for Prime Deal days, and then when my sister-in-law was here, we went to the used bookstore, and I snagged a couple books there, and I have filled up like a whole shelf of just new books I've gotten in the past month. Meanwhile, I have not finished a book in a long time. So, I need to chill on getting new books. But I mean, like, well, then we're doing like a book exchange for Christmas, so I'll be getting new books, so I can't help it if they're gifts. But there's just so many books I wanna read, and I'm hoping that I can just, like, mentally get back into reading because this is, like, the longest I've gone without consistently reading and finishing books, and I do not like it. Like, since I've been back into reading, I'm going on, like, a month and a half. No, I guess I finished books. It just doesn't feel like it. I would read over 10, 15 books and, like, half of those would be physical books, and then half of them would be audiobooks, and I think I finished, like, 6 last month. It's just wild. I don't know if you can hear my stomach already. It's growling. Oh, you have the beautiful edition, I love it so much. I'm just scared that they won't continue them. I'm always such a tough call with these editions. Yes. The only thing that doesn't bother me about getting, like, the special edition of this one, because I thought that too, is at least they look like they're the same size. I don't know for sure, watch that be wrong. But if I like this as much as I'm hoping I do, and others that like similar books as me have liked it, I'll probably just get like this will be like one that'll get to stand out, you know? And then I'll get matching of the rest because I'm unhinged like that. After I just said I need to not buy more books, why not buy multiples of the same book? Which I did buy now that I bought a book I already have, knowing I already have it and I've already read it because I want to bling the cover. That's been something I've wanted to do for a couple months now. And so I did get another book of A Court of Mist and Fury because that's like one of my favorite books ever and I want to bling it. And I was going to do it a while ago. And then my sister-in-law came and then I forgot about it and I can't wait to bling that. I've read 36 pages and so far I'm confused, but I like the mix of the story with the scientific bits. Going to make dinner now. Yeah, that's how I felt when I started reading it too. It definitely took me by surprise. Like I had no idea, I'll be honest, when I got the book, when I saw the book, I can't remember, like, where someone had suggested it, and I'm like, "Yep, add to cart." Well, I didn't add to cart. Actually, that was the book I got in a family, like, gift exchange, but I was like, "This is the one I want." I was so excited for it, but then I started reading it, and I was like, "Wait, what? This isn't what I was anticipating." I'm sure as the story goes on, it'll make more sense, but that's how I felt as well. So I'm glad I'm not alone in that, but I really hope you like it because I really wanna love it. I have the very, very floppy edition with Bible thin pages. I tandem read, but then stopped and just read physically. Okay, is it because it didn't match up? Because that's kind of the problem. It's not always. I had this problem with A Dawn of Onyx, which I found out that I actually had a first edition of A Dawn of Onyx, which the series doesn't match. I'll survive, but there were some edits, and they're not crazy different, like, it doesn't change the story, but I lose my place, and then my brain is trying to catch up on what's being said, and so I struggle with it, but I was hoping with, like, the slang and terminology and some of the names, since it is Irish, right? It is Irish, right? And not Finland, or I'm so bad with some of that stuff. Um, yeah, Irish dialogue and slang. That's why I was like, "Irish boys." What? I'm married to an Irish man. Just so Matt, his great grandma came from Ireland, and she was a redhead, and she was, oh shoot, what was her maiden name? Like O'Hare or something? Something like or Orion. Was it Orion? I feel horrible. He tells me all the time and I forget. So, like, Matt still has family in Ireland, and so I was like, "Ooh, Irish and all that," but the slang and all that, I was hoping I would enjoy the audiobook to help me with that. We'll see. Right now it's okay, but it does trip me up because it's a little bit different. Also, the female's voice is a lot older sounding than what I pictured, but sometimes I don't know if that's, like, the accent. I don't know, but it's okay. The audio is okay. I really hope you love it. I didn't think I would, but oh my gosh, 6 stars. I think I read it in 2 days. That's what I'm hoping, and I'm really hoping because I've been in a reading slump, even though I have books I really like and I've started, I'm just kinda hoping it's gonna give me that emotional, like, binge-worthy palate cleanser that I'm kind of, like, looking for right now. I could cry all the tears. Like, I'm hoping it's going to be very emotionally affecting me because I need to feel the feels. It's been a very difficult week. Yes, it has. And I need to get off of the internet for a little bit, but I can't. It's like I need to just engorge on information, and I don't know. I think that's also why I haven't been reading is because I cannot shut my brain off because I just am like processing, processing, processing. It's been a lot. And I'm sending hugs and love to everybody that has been affected this week. Not easy. Yes, I went back and forth when her sprints ended. I'm so sorry. You're okay. I know, I felt bad. I wanted to hop on when I was, like, cleaning, and then I looked at the time and I was like, "Shoot, I wasn't able to jump on in time." I read 30 pages, the book feels so slow. I thought it was almost halfway, but I need 100 pages to be 50%. Oops. I didn't love it. I really compared to A Dawn of Onyx, I thought it changed the pace. I thought a lot wasn't going on. I think I actually, like, told April when I was reading it, I was like, "Nothing's happening." And so, I saw that Fantasy Fangirls read it, and they said they really liked the second one. At least that's what I thought they said. And so I was like, "Maybe it's just me. Maybe it was just me." But I definitely love the first one more, but I'm not giving up on the series. Also, a lot of people, because the last book pick for a Tales of Starlight book club was Trial of the Sun Queen. I thought this was okay, but then a lot of people have been continuing on in the series and they're liking it even more. So that makes me happy. Like that stuff excites me. If you didn't know, for Tales of Starlight Book Club, we are reading Quicksilver this month, and I'm very excited to get into it. However, I heard it has long chapters, and so that part's scaring me because I don't do well with long chapters, but we'll see. I'm currently on steroids for my RA flare, and I'm always hungry. Aw, I'm sorry you're on steroids. My stomach won't stop growling. Like, it's kind of quiet now, but it's just like nonstop growling. It's just so it's like a feral beast. I feel like One Dark Window. If you know, you know. I get like One Dark Window's different, but that's like how it's sounding out loud in my stomach. I ate some Cheerios and read several chapters in my book. I'm actually reading a physical book rather than listening. Need to learn to be still. Same. Especially with when I get stressed, I get so jittery, anxiety. And I pace, especially, when I am on the phone, which is actually really nice because, like, when I'm stressed, I'll, like, talk on the phone and then I can pace while I talk, and then I feel productive, and I haven't been walking as much because it finally got colder here in Michigan, and then it got really rainy, so we typically have really wet, cold falls, and that didn't happen, and then out of nowhere it completely dropped. Like, we went in the from the 80s to 60s, 50s, and then we finally had frost this morning. Uh, so, like, it's finally getting, like, super cold, and I had a migraine last week. Oh, so, like, literally, uh, last Sunday, my sister-in-law was leaving in the afternoon. I only get migraines in the morning. I think it's because I'm dehydrated, like my sugar is probably low, all that kind of stuff. I tend to get migraines in the morning. I think I've only ever had a migraine in the afternoon like once in my entire life. Well, now twice because Sunday I was painting my nails. It was 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and then all of a sudden I was like, my whole right side of my body went numb. And I was like, "I'm getting a migraine." Like, of course I am, and that's because the weather had just completely flipped, and so when the barometric pressure changes drastically in a very short amount of time, I get migraines. I also get migraines based on stress, all that kind of stuff, and I've been grinding my teeth at night. Sorry if this is all TMI. But I have a mouth guard. I have a mouth guard. But I wake up and my jaw is so tight and, like, I can't even describe it. Like, it's been awful, and I know that also has been giving me migraines. But so I ended up getting a migraine in the middle of the afternoon, I tried to take a nap, I woke up feeling even worse, so then I took Benadryl and just tried to like, knock out the rest of the day. Then every day ever since then, I have felt like I'm going to get a migraine, which is very frustrating, which hasn't helped with my stress, and then stress makes migraines worse, and it's just been like a cycle, right? So, it has not been my week. I really thought this was gonna be my week now that my sister-in-law was gone, that I could get going on all the stuff I had planned, and it wasn't it. And it's okay. I'm trying not to get stressed about it. Life's Too Short was five-star read for me. Uh, so far, every Abby Jimenez book I've ever read has been a five-star book. I know not everyone, uh, feels that way, especially with, like, her backlist, but I have only read, The Friend Zone and then her newest 3, but The Friend Zone, I literally was sobbing, and my husband was like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "No, this book is awful. I hate it." And he's like, "Well, stop reading it." I'm like, "No, I love it. You're not understanding." And he's like, "You are crying so hard right now." I'm like, "It's just hitting me really hard." Too many books, too little time, girls. I need to, like, do one of those videos where I say if I've read the book or not on my shelf, and y'all are I could roast myself. I could roast myself. Well, you'll probably binge Binding 13 once you get to a certain point. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping, like, even though I'm talking away most of the time and we're running out of time, before the Zoom, I am hoping to, like, start getting into it a little bit more, and then I have to work on Etsy stuff before we go to the hockey game tonight, but then I'm hoping when I get home, I'll want to read it more. I don't know. Then I'm worried I'm gonna wanna read hockey romance, which I'm not a big sports romance girly. I know, don't hate me. But to be fair, I haven't read a lot of sports romance, and I started Icebreaker, and I DNF'd it. I did not like Icebreaker. So, but I know, like, the deal, and I know there's other hockey romances that are so much better. So, I might have to give it a shot now after I go to a hockey game again. The Boys of Tommen series already has my heart. I haven't felt like that about characters since Harry Potter. Wow. Have you ever read ACOTAR? Because that's how I feel about ACOTAR. There's actually a lot of books now that I now care about the characters. Fictional characters more than I should. If I didn't have so many reads by the end of the year, I probably would have binged them all, and there are going to be at least 11. I love that though. I love big series. I love it when series aren't ending. I'm so excited for, like, Onyx Storm to come out, and, like, there's a bunch of books. The next is coming out in, like, early next year, so I need to read through as many current books. Because I'll be stopping everything to read those books. Oh gosh, more time in the day. Finished my coffee and worked on laundry. That is productive. That's a good start. I'm actually gonna start working on the room in the next sprint after we eat lunch. That is an awesome plan. You can do it. Just gotta start somewhere, and then it'll feel so good, even if you just do a little bit. It's so hard not to buy several editions of the same book. I just don't have space. I only allow myself one English and one German edition if they are my favorites. That's fair. Uh, so it's crazy because I've only had these bookshelves for a year, like just over a year in here, which is crazy because I feel like I've had them forever and they're maxed out. However, I do have a lot of lounge flies that are also on them and a lot of knickknacks and book nooks. And I need to figure something else out because I keep buying lounge flies too, and I'm really running out of room just in general. And I am not the type of person that gets rid of stuff. So I need to manage my storage a lot better. And that includes books. Oh my gosh, you guys will be so proud of me though. I did take 8 books to my used bookstore, and I probably could have sold them for more on Pango, but I like helping local stores. And honestly, I just wanted them out of my space, which is crazy because I don't, even if I like just kind of only like a book, I'll keep it. But that might change. That might change now because I am quickly running out of room. When I first saw the series on Audible, I thought it said Boys to Men, not Boys of Toman. That's so fair though. That is so fair. And I I typically don't like high school age books. I like I liked The Summer I Turned Pretty. I liked like, I do like books that are that age, but it's not my favorite. And then this one talks about some pretty hard stuff just in the first chapter. There are triggers and everything, and then the cover of the audiobook is not amazing on Hoopla, but maybe on the Audible one it is. But, yeah, Toman is, school. So, I've only heard really, really good things about it. I shouldn't say that. I do know a couple people, it's just not for them, but I think it's because of the topics that are talked about in correlation with the age. Um, but as long as you're okay with the triggers, then I've heard great, great things. There were small changes, yes. I stopped because I wanted to read faster and I sped it up past 2.0. I was worried I wouldn't make it wouldn't make sense with the accents. Yeah, that's the only problem I have as well with audiobooks with narrators that have accents, and obviously it's an Irish-based book. Uh, and so I normally struggle, but I don't know, once I get into it, sometimes it's not as hard for me. I had a lot of friends that came from, like, the Netherlands, and were immigrants, and I had a friend, her mom is Japanese and was from Japan, and I don't know if it's because I was used to being around people who had accents at a younger age that I once I, like, am around it for just a little bit, it's easier for me to understand. So, maybe I'll be okay speeding up. I'm at 2.0 right now, but already feel like I'm getting used to her accent, so I could go faster, but we'll see. The slang was not troublesome at all. I thought it might be, but it's so easy with context. I didn't even need the glossary but once. Okay, that's I know there's like a whole glossary that I was like, "Oh my gosh, am I not gonna know like what any of this like they're saying or anything?" But that's I kind of felt like with context it would also be easier to kind of put two and two together. Uh I tandem read Butcher and Blackbird and Leather and Lark, and those are both they have Irish accents too, uh, but that was only, like, half the characters, not all the characters, but I I've I knew what they were saying when they would say, like, slang things. I stayed away from all the things, lose yourself in Binding 13, and based on what you've said, you're gonna love it. Good, good, good. I know, I need to. I think tomorrow, that's, like, definitely what I'll treat myself to, is, like, a day at home. Matt has the day off. He said he won't go hunting because he had yesterday off and he went hunting, and he'll probably stay home and, like, play video games and stuff, and then I can read, and we'll probably just have, like, a zone out day, which is so needed. Don't follow your other book club. I don't follow your other book club, but now I really want to read Quicksilver. I feel like everyone's loving it. I have only heard good things. I am really sad I didn't buy a physical copy of it, and then now I cannot find a physical copy of it. It's only, like, pre-order online everywhere. Even people who said they were, like, able to get it at Books A Million or not Books A Million. Was it Books A Million? There is a bookstore that I don't have near me that people said they were able to get it in person at, and I went online of that bookstore to see if I could buy it, and it's all pre-order now, but you can get it on KU, and the audiobook just came out on Audible. So, I've only heard really good things about it. I'm very excited. And I mean, even if you can't join us, it's every other month, and if you wanna get into the fantasy genre, I think you should join it. I am making a red crew neck sweatshirt for work, so I don't have to wear the vest while Cricket was cutting I cleaned the bathroom. Oh, So if you wear a red shirt, you don't have to wear the vest. That's kinda cool. Um, what are you putting on it? Uh, I'm excited to see what you make of it. Oh my gosh, my husband's a pacer. I'm not a pacer when I have anxiety, like, I don't just, like, pace to pace, but if I'm on the phone, especially when I have anxiety, I pace, and my mom is in Cancun right now, which I was like she didn't wanna go because she was also just very stressed and about everything, but now she's in Cancun and having a great time, but I was like, "I would really like to be able to talk to my mom right now." But it was okay. I talked to my grandma, I talked to my little brother, it was fine. I was able to talk on the phone in pace. I don't have, auras or signs. One is coming. Ooh, see, I do. The older I get, the worse I have things. My mom used to any, like, type of flickering of light, like strobe light, she would get a migraine, and I was like, "Oh, I don't have that problem." Like, "Sweet, that's awesome." There was one time I was driving at my old job, I was driving to work, and it was dark in the morning, and I was at a stoplight, and someone had their blinker on in front of me, and the blinker triggered a migraine, and so I had a 40-minute drive to work, and that was in the first 10 minutes, and it just progressively got worse. I was so bad by the time I got to work, my coworker had to drive me home. Um, so, like, a fan flickering, literally so much triggers my migraines now, and it's awful, and strong smells now trigger migraines, and I think, like, I was painting my nails last Sunday, I think, like, that triggered it, and literally my whole right arm went numb, then, like, down the side of my body, it went numb, and then it went up to my mouth, and then I can't talk. I literally can't speak. It's very scary. When it happened in college, my roommate thought I was having a stroke, and I couldn't tell her that it wasn't that, but thankfully, her family lived locally, and they took me to the hospital. It's just it's hard, and they're scary, and they're stressful, and I hate them, so much. Oh, sorry. Uh, I'm I'm a period, barometric pressure, and dehydrated migraine girly. I am those things too. Um, yeah, they truly are the worst, and so much migraine stuff is a vicious cycle. Yeah, and the older I get, the more things affect me, and it truly is awful. And I've found different things that have helped me, like drinking liquid IV. I have ice packs. I wear a mouth guard. I do all this stuff and it just seems like crazy to do, but I get them so often now. I I only used to get migraines like once or two a year, and then now I get them once or twice a month, if not more, or I have the feeling of getting one all the time. I hate it. I can't wait to see your upcoming stuff in your Etsy shop. One of this will be one of the things tonight. Backwards. I do like that this vinyl is like double-sided. I think that's really cool. Not all vinyl is that way, but I really love that. I'm hoping to get more stuff. It's a very, very small drop today. Yes, I love ACOTAR a lot, but I got connected to Binding 13 characters immediately. I wasn't like that with ACOTAR. Oh, Feyre has my heart and soul. But I could understand that too, where it wasn't like right away. And I'm only on chapter 1 of Binding 13. Well, chapter 2 now, but oh my gosh, if I keep talking, I'll never get it read. That's so funny. Laura, what? Okay, Laura, you are the chosen one again. I can't see your comment at all. It's not. Oh, wait. Oh, never mind. You're talking about The Boys of Toman. I was like, what is happening again? So sorry. Ugh. I obviously didn't sleep enough. I actually slept great last night, but I do not like YA unless it's fantasy, so I'm just blown that I love this so much. Yeah, I don't like YA much either. Even with fantasy, it really depends on the book, but I'll still read it. I had to become a person who gets rid of stuff because I moved 4 times over the last 5 years. Books are my weakness though. Oh my gosh, Stephanie, that's so much. I moved that much like college years, and then after I got my first job, I rented that house for 3 years, and then I've been here at my house for 6 years, which is crazy. I cannot believe I've lived here that long and owned my own home. I don't like moving though, but that is a quick way to reduce the amount of stuff you have. I hope you don't mind all the locker room talk. It didn't bother me because I know their hearts and they're all so big. So the only thing I am been like worried about, and especially like this week have been triggered with, is like SA and type stuff. But even listening to Jodi Picoult's By Any Other Name, or what the title along that lines, I have been like able to deal with it. So as long as it's not awful, because that has been one of my triggers. But yeah, there's like, it's so hard because like some of like SA triggers that I have, I'm fine with. Like I can handle it. It really just depends on like how in depth it gets. Like Outlander, I was not expecting it to be as uh graphic and I didn't like that. I couldn't handle it. I read the first 2 books anyways, and it was a lot for me. But I'm as long as it's okay. Like I've grown up in agriculture. I grew up with like boys and boy cousins and brothers and all of that. So I think I should be fine. I zoned out. A zoned out day sounds perfect. I hope you get what you need. Thank you. So they're changing the cover of Quicksilver. Is that what you're talking about? I don't know. I have heard that they are, but this happened before too, where it said like you couldn't get a physical copy of it anymore, and then you had to pre-order it again. And so I don't know if it's just a publishing thing, because I did hear that the author created her own cover. So I don't know. I want to bling a book. I know everybody's been doing it lately, and I've been wanting to do it since like the trends started. And so I finally bought the book and I have the bling. I just need to do it. But then I was like, do I make a tutorial about it? And then I just stop. I should just do it. And it really wouldn't be that hard to film. And I love blinging stuff. I just blinged my bag for Halloween. He's a phone pacer. Kindred spirits we are. Driving with a migraine at night is death. Well, it was in the morning, but it was in the dark, yeah. Thankfully, like it wasn't like, I mean, like I couldn't go home either, and I really was hoping it'd go away, but it didn't. It was scary. I survived. Don't recommend. It's not the first time I had to drive with a migraine either. It's rough. I can't tell you how many times I've thrown up in my car. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's one thing, is I used to throw up when my migraines were over, but now I don't. But they're Thankfully, I haven't had that, while driving, but I'm sorry, that's awful. I get them so much, I hate it. They're really awful, I don't wish them upon anybody, and I really hope that I can figure out why I'm having so many of them. And the worst is when you move a lot and have to fill out any form where you have to list all the addresses from 7 years ago. Oh my gosh. I remember one time I had a migraine and it was really, really bad, and I could not get the pain under control that I actually went into the hospital. And like, first of all, I have a migraine and they're trying to ask me all of my information and I don't know. I I can't think. And then they gave me an IV and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I literally feel incoherent right now." And it was because the nurse put Benadryl in my IV. So like I was instantly getting knocked out. And I was like, I'm feeling super groggy. And he's like, "You're welcome." And I'm like, "You guys are asking me these questions right now? This is awful." I will send you a photo when I'm done. I had to make breakfast. I need to eat because my stomach is freaking out. There's a very small essay scene, but very, very small. Just talk and suggestion. Okay. I should be able to handle that. It's a few hundred pages in. Okay. Like I said, I mean, I listened to all of Outlander. I don't know how. It was very hard for me, but I did it. I don't know why I put myself through that kind of stuff, but it's like I was hoping it was a good, like, I liked Outlander, but yeah, it was intense. Yes, that's so annoying. Updating my ID constantly is the worst, though. I'm hoping to stay for a while where I live. Oh, I hope you get to stay because yeah, that's not fun. I'm so sorry for everyone who gets migraines. I can't even imagine getting them. I have had them since I was 7 years old, unfortunately. Mine are hereditary. I get them from my mom's side. My grandma always would say how sorry she was that she gave us that genetic trait because my aunts, my mom, my cousins, all of us females get them and they suck. But thank you so much. Okay. Let's get back to another sprint. Sorry that we're not going to get a ton of sprints done before my craft Zoom, but we'll get one more in and we can we'll do 37. No, okay, we'll do a little bit longer. 37. 40. We'll do a little bit over 40. We'll give ourselves like about 15 minutes to chit chat, and then me a little bit of time to hop on my Zoom with my sparkles. And yeah, okay. I'm going on my 10th year at this house and I'm so happy. Oh, yes, I know. I finally feel like we have the means to finally finish some of the home projects, but we will see if that happens. Outlander is very well written, but if essay is a trigger, it's probably best to stay away, unfortunately. Yeah. That's like one of my only triggers I really have. But I listened to the first two. It was very, very hard for me. I really want to watch the show, but I just don't think I can do it. And it makes me so incredibly sad. But I might watch this show and just skip over those parts because I love everything else about it. I had them since I was about 7 too. Weird. I wonder what's with that age. From my dad's side, but he grew out of them. His dad died of a brain aneurysm, which scares me. Not to scare you. But one of the ladies that I used to work with, she would get migraines and had a migraine or thought she had a migraine, didn't go to the hospital, and it was a brain aneurysm. And she was very, very lucky that she survived it because that is also something that I worry about. And like I joke about it, not something really funny to joke about, but I do. And yeah, it is something I worry about as well because how do you know the difference? Still never read or watched Outlander. Really, really good story. Really love what it's about. If essay is a trigger for you, though, I do not recommend. Okay, let's get to it. We'll go to about the 45 mark, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Welcome back, guys. If you didn't notice, my husband's home now,
Hi, everybody.
and he got glasses this week, and he ran to because he's like, well, I want to like say hi to everybody, and then all of a sudden he took off. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm gonna get my glasses.
Well, how can I not? I gotta be able to see everybody. Can't read that far away.
That he can't. Which your eyesight isn't that bad.
No, it's not.
But it's funny because like I'm like, maybe I need glasses, and I put his on. I was like, oh, I don't need your glasses. So, but doesn't he look so distinguished? What a distinguished gentleman. That's literally
I just need a sweater.
he.
I'm gonna dress in only sweaters from now on.
Yeah.
Maybe a sweater vest.
You haven't worn them to work yet? Are you wearing them tonight?
No.
Why? You're not gonna be able to see the game.
I can see far away. I just can't see close up.
But yeah, he got glasses. He got Oakleys because
I'm bougie.
he's a brand name boy. But that's where we're very different. I am not a brand name. Well, I like my Loungeflies, but like they don't have to be a Loungefly. Anyways, how did everybody do? I got a couple chapters more into Binding 13. I got to Johnny's point of view, which I will say, listen to the audiobook. Johnny's accent is a lot thicker than Shannon's. They're Irish. They say your favorite saying. They also use the C word a lot, which that doesn't bother me. But we were talking about when his sister was here, how it's so funny how in like Europe, well, parts of Europe, they use the C word a lot.
Very common.
Where in the US we're like we don't use that word. But I mean you can.
I'm good.
This is how he is with FaceTime too, with his family. He puts it on me and then he sits in the side. I guess this is how we have to coax him. So he's only at work for a couple more weeks. And then he's home full time with me. Please pray for me.
She's looking forward to it. Don't let her lie.
I'm going to look forward to it if he'll actually read the books I want him to read and do stuff with me. Because if you guys were a part of the Iron Flame discussion last year, Matt has some hot takes and he's not afraid to say them about books, which are pretty fun. But we have to chat pretty quick here because I need to start my Zoom with my Patreons at 2:00. So we'll get through these very, very quickly. Corinna, you said your dad is 100% German. His dad used to carry bags of frozen peas on his head walking to work in Germany. Her dad gets migraines, and Corinna gets migraines. So we were talking about that. What are you doing?
Moving.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have eye masks that I got from Amazon for like sleep masks, and we keep them in the freezer. Are you peacing out?
Okay. I'm out.
Thanks.
Thanks everybody for your kind words. Appreciate that.
I love all the words you guys are using to describe him. So yes, happy early birthday to Corinna. Her birthday is on Tuesday, and I'm thinking I might need to buy a few books from Amazon to celebrate. So I was gonna recommend A Study in Drowning, but then I was like, you already got that, the special edition one. I was trying to think, but you definitely need to keep adding books to your Amazon wish list. Just because. I'm trying to think what I have gotten recently. I got a lot of books, but it's kind of like all over the place and not really like anything new. I'm trying to look. My brain is gone. I'm really excited. I got The Road of Bones from Book of the Month. That one sounded really good. I've been wanting I'll just list off books that I've been wanting. Uh, The Poppy War, Fear the Flames. I want Quicksilver. I'll probably end up buying it eventually. Um, but I think that's pre-order, so you won't get that for your birthday. The Wild Huntress is one I've wanted to get. A lot of fantasy. I've been very heavy on like wanting fantasy books, even though I have not been finishing fantasy books. Do you own any more of the Boys of Tommen series? Maybe you need to treat yourself to a few more of those. Uh, Maybe you need to treat yourself to the special edition one. Looking very scholarly, Matt. Yeah, he appreciates it. I'll make sure to fill his ego again later. He doesn't have to wear them all the time, but I think he should start, especially because he's been getting vertigo a lot because he just got them. But he does. I think he looks he looks just so distinguished. Looking astute. I know my grandma's gonna eat him alive. So my grandpa was always a flirt. Always. Like I grew up with my grandpa just flirting with all types of women, right? Well, he passed away and then my grandma is like would hit not like hit on Matt, but she would like flirt with Matt. And I'm like, Grandma, where is this coming from? Like Matt like closed her sliding glass door, which has been sticking, and my grandma was like feeling his muscles. She's like, You're just so strong. And I'm like, Grandma, excuse me. uh, it was funny. And now I'm like, oh my gosh, he's gonna wear glasses and a sweater to Thanksgiving, and she's just gonna die. She's gonna die. Oh my gosh, you guys are filling his ego. I think they look really good on him. He no matter like what style of sunglasses he looks great in. I don't have a face shape that sunglasses look good on me. So that like if I ever have to get glasses, I'm terrified. I'll probably just have to get contacts. Um, my hubby is a brand snob too. I mean, he was wearing a Carhartt shirt. He used to wear Rock Revival jeans. The boy spent more on jeans than I would on an entire outfit. But at least he's got good style, like good taste and style too, because that's you don't always find that in men. Got all the tape off the ceiling. Teenagers don't listen. No, they don't. Trying to figure out if I can get some of the paint off the walls without sanding it. I don't know. I'm not really good with painting like walls and stuff, unfortunately. I have my first I'm not gonna be able to say that. I know how to say it, but my currently those are things I don't know why my brain is like, you can't pronounce that right now. Next week, haven't had one in decades. I don't think I've taken an eye exam since I got my license, and I'm turning 46. You're turning 46? Girl, you do not look it at all. Oh my gosh. Um, I am like shocked right now. You look incredible for your age. Oh my goodness. But yeah, that's crazy. I know. Okay. I just saw Becca's comment like sprints before Zoom. Whoa, I know I'm trying. I'm doing so much today. I know. I need to hurry and get going so I can hang out with you guys over there, even though most of you guys are also my Patreons, so we get to hang out even more. So I'm sorry if I'm skimming through these because we will chat more soon. I put fabric on in the wash and I will use for book sleeves, and I finished painting the layer for Peace on Earth door hanger. Seems fitting for this week. Oh, yes. Yes, we all need to pray for peace on earth. And that's exciting for book sleeves. I know I said that I was going to work on a YouTube tutorial and anxiety. It's on my list to do this month for sure. Vertigo is awful. I get that with my MS. I'm a mess. uh, we will chat more about that, Coretta. I'm sorry if I'm just skimming over these now. that brand money could spend on books. Oh my gosh, I know. I'm old, thank you. I feel like my face is getting so old. I don't think you look it. Um, I don't think you look it at all. I'm gonna be late to the Zoom. I am too. But thank you guys so much. I am gotta go hang out with my sparkles. You can join my Patreon. Link is in the description below. If not, and you just can't financially afford it, but you want to join a craft Zoom next Wednesday night, I am having a craft Zoom. It's just $2 to participate in that one. But yeah, I will see you guys later, and I'll see some of you real quick. Bye. Yes. Okay, bye guys.